everyone, welcome back! It is now time for the next game of the day. Cast has had a small bio break, I imagine the viewers have as well, because this one is going to be a fun match, because there's a couple players we recognize here. Pika, Toxic Snake, Zinch, on the side of Silver's Dreaming. We should probably mention a couple things before we get into this. If you're new here to Softlock or Minutemen in general Matchroom, we should probably explain how this the Minutemen actually works.
Yeah, to get you guys started, we kind of hit on it at the beginning. Mainly, every Friday we run this event, and if it's something that interests you and seems like it's a fun thing to come into, just remember, you can come in by yourself. So grab a couple of friends, but you can only join by yourself. What ends up happening is we have this bot that grabs everybody, puts them into random teams, and then everybody has to figure out how to play together, comes in, starts off, and we just cast over it. It's a great way to meet players, especially like if you're looking to try to move into the like semi-professional or professional Overwatch scene. It's a good way to just find people to play with if you just want to find somebody to play with, so that way you don't have to live the solo queue life all by your lonesome.
And we should probably give some props to one of our sponsors, Discord. You come into the Discord to meet everyone actually participate in this. We are partnered with Discord. We are very thankful for them for the priority servers, the wonderful voice quality, and all that wonderful fun stuff. Please do join us to discord.colleague. All of the links are in the chat. You do !Discord. You can find your way here. Now, we are going to be heading into the game momentarily. We're just waiting for moderators to start. Here we go. It is going to be Silver's Dream Meme in the blue. And once again, it's going to be Waifu's Trash in the red. Is red going to be the lucky color, Matchroom?
I don't know. It's the color of blood and death and destruction, so maybe. I don't know. Like, isn't that Ares' color? I'm trying to remember my Greek mythology.
I mean, red is also lucky. No, I believe it's a lucky color in Eastern countries. I believe, or Eastern cultures at least. Unless I believe so. I'm going to get called out on my lack of culture knowledge. But either way, moving on from me attempting to to at least seem somewhat worldly educated, we'll be moving into another part of the world, going from London to America. We're going to be in Hollywood for this next round. And yay! We're going to be seeing a Sombra!
Oh, Sombra. You know they're baiting us. There's no way, surely. But just to give you guys a reminder, your Waifu is Trash, the team that we watched a second ago, with Tobias, VK, Crush Life, TWE, Jealous, Drew Dan, and H2O. And on the other side, we've got Dream Meme, which is Zinich, Pika, Click, Toxic Snake, C, and Barcode.
Of course it had to be a Bay. Why was it a Bay? I can never be happy, Matron. Never.
You should have known. Like, that's half the thing that they love to do as casters. So we can start talking, we'd be like, oh my god, it's a Sombra! And we start on like a 30-second tangent of Sombra, and then they're like, nah. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Are we... Shout out to All Hail Zen. We're just gonna... Shout out to the skin, though. This is... Golden Nutcracker is one of my favorite skins in this game, bar none.
I find it absolutely terrifying that like the face and the body gesture he makes whenever he does like his ultimate is just, I don't know, there's something about it. Like the way he positions and he opens his mouth, it's like all of like those bad 80s and 90s puppet movies come to life to murder you.
Oh god, now I'm having flashbacks to Pinocchio animated. Never mind. Moving on. Speaking of things they didn't want to see, H2O getting hooked immediately. That's going to be terrifying. Pika getting the first blood of this particular match. That's gonna suck because H2O has hit his hook to the dark. Another hook! Oh, Barcode going fishing.
And see, it's the Demon Nutcracker Zenyatta skin that got the kill for it too. I swear, that thing murders me more than most other Zenyatta skins. I think there's something to it. Especially if the golden balls have to help. Or, I guess, golden nuts.
Sure, why not? Either one of them is perfectly fine and totally not innuendo of any way, shape, or form.
Not at all, no. I don't even know what you're talking about.
So it looks like there has been a pause request, so that's going to be pausing momentarily. Yeah, it looks like there was a crash on one of the teams, so we're going to be waiting for that. So, let's actually talk about that entire thing that just happened. So, the fact that there was an attempt at the fire strike, Crush Life maybe, I believe it went through the shield, so yeah, Crush Life must have dropped it for a moment, or he was trying something. The first hook goes through, H2O gets picked. That sucks. He tries to teal through it. That allows his team to fire a little bit. But Zinch still had the shield up, so they didn't get too much of that. But then immediately, he gets Barcode gets another hook. So, Matchroom, do you think that any kind of change to composition or maybe even play style could be adapted here by your Waifu's Trash to actually get around the fact that Barcode is murdering them one by one?
Well, we saw earlier that Zarya is very effective. Whenever somebody gets pulled in, immediately just throw the shield on them. Also, you can. I personally love to lean on D.Va for that, because the moment you see somebody on your team get hooked, just immediately throw the defense matrix on them, and the only thing it does really is displace them, and it gives them an escape path back through you. And because the shield can only take so much damage before now the person's vulnerable. If you're playing D.Va right, you have a pretty high amount of defense matrix set up, so you can just set it and just give somebody a path back to the Reinhardt. But yeah, I feel bad for Crush Life. He was just going for the he was just trying to do a little bit of damage, just throwing out the ranged attack. And that moment when you drop the shield to try to throw out the fire strike is always the moment whenever the Roadhog's looking for the hook.
Admittedly, it doesn't help that the Roadhog, like the hitbox on the hook, we'll call it, is actually orb-shaped. It's not like a line, so you can be hit sometimes around shields if you happen to be sat in a very unfortunate position. But you mentioned about the D.Va. That is a very good way of getting around it. I think they already have the answer. Tobias Funk, that Zarya, could potentially save people. So I want to see Tobias Funk maybe save that shield instead of using it to gain charge. Save it as essentially a get-out-of-jail-free card, because that is 200 health. That will go down very fast in this composition here. It's Zenyatta, and it's D.Va, and it's a Roadhog, but that could still save someone.
Yeah, it comes down to your team. Whenever you get caught at that point by a Roadhog hook, there's not a lot you can do. You have to pray that somebody else can help you get back out of it. And that's kind of where the team comes into play. Oh my gosh, Overwatch is a team-based game. I know, but it's true.
Gasp. Really? Oh, speaking of things I learned, apparently Toxic Snake can be hooked pretty easily. He's gonna get hit out. He gets knocked out of position, literally, was forced through the gates, and he will go down. The Barcode's gonna get hooked himself. He's gonna hop back through. Crush Life gets 3 people, including the tank. Tobias Funk's gonna move in to start cleaning up, and Jealous will use Tactical Visor to start mowing through the enemy. And finally, this is the opening that your Waifu is Trash was looking for, and they will kick the door down. Capture will be attained, admittedly not as fast as they maybe would have liked, but they'll get it nonetheless. The cart will start rolling.
2 minutes is still plenty of time to play around with, especially once they get the time bonus for completion, which puts us at 430. So see, they have 4 minutes now to push very effectively, and we actually are seeing the Dream Team move up and try to position, take control of this top area. I really like this. This is something you see the higher up in rank that you go, or whenever you start seeing like some professional teams. You want to get the high ground so that way you can choose the moment that you fight. It also provides a certain level of cover because naturally your whole legs are covered just to get the angle of fire. So they're going to choose to try to build up some ultimate, and they're going to choose the moment they want to jump down and initiate an alliance fight. And right into the Zarya.
Beautiful Graviton Surge, and because of that, that is going to be the deadest waifus I've ever seen. That is going to be one clean defense by the side of Silver's Dream Meme. I always thought it was just Dream Meme, but no, it's Silver's Dream Meme now. So I want to see what happens now, because there is 1, 2, 3 ultimates on the side of Silver's Dream Meme. They have the Reinhardt ultimate, they can have the D.Va ultimate, so they're set up right there, and they've got the protective ultimate of Zenyatta. What do you think that your Waifu's Trash could do here, naturally?
I think it's just going to be a matter of trying to position. They need to get something that gets up there. They need to have a D.Va that jumps up, or they can just pull everybody down to them.
That is, but no! I thought that was going to be death, but the Transcendence from Click saves them from any immediate death. And Jails will find a kill to Click, but Click takes out Crush Life. That was the boosted Reinhardt who just died. That is the big wedge that was trying to go through Dream Meme's defense, just take it out. And now Dream Meme's on the counter-offensive, pushing through the gates. And this is just going to be, again, just picking off stragglers.
Now, we've seen a switch that we had your Waifu's Trash make over to Tracer, which already got ultimate built up. But right now, they don't have a real way to go up and contest this high ground. They don't have, like, they're trying to push the card in and sneak it back through. Well, reposition.
Excuse me.
Yeah. All of a sudden, like, inhaled wrong, I guess. But you have to trying to take them back over the street space, and there we go with the charge to come in.
Yep, this is going to be, once again, an offensive by Silver's Dream Meme actually started up. Barcode using the whole hog, mainly just to scatter people away. They'll get the occasional pick here and there. Crush Life, but H2O did go down. And it feels like your Waifu is Trash is a little interspersed right now. There's a big gap that I think they're not exploiting here, though, Matchroom. That is the roofs. The roofs are not being held by Dream Meme. They're holding the ground.
Well, this is the thing that happens a lot with teams, is they get caught up in, oh, we only have 2 minutes left. So they're trying to push in, they're trying to figure out the best way because they need to make this fight work. Where they might not take the extra 10 or 20 seconds to position themselves in a beneficial way. Like right now, they could just flank around, get on top of the roofs, and have it completely to themselves. But instead they're trying to brute force their way in, which hasn't been super effective, but it looks like it's starting to come in their favor right now. We'll see once this shield drops.
So many ultimates being used. Detonation finds too. Graviton can't be followed up because most of your Waifu's trash was stuck in a black hole. And this is kind of getting a bit scrambly. There's people left and right trying to take people out. H2O can't heal because he was numbed by a C's on a grenade. And again, almost breaking through, but your Waifu is trash. Just water upon the rocks.
Yeah, and see, like, they have 2 different paths that they can take right now. They can, instead of just going up on top, they can actually circle around back to the other spawn point, kind of like where Crush Life is headed right now. I think this is, if you're just going to try to brute force, try to come through this path to at least give yourself a little bit more cover so you're not having to just walk straight into all of that fire and Crush Life shield. This gives them a little bit better position to where they can come in and maneuver around, but you still have the Dreaming with so much position everywhere.
Yeah, Off Shadow was used. Graviton going to be used as a counter ultimate. We'll pick up 2, and again, I guess Tracer might be affecting the whole map because I'm getting bad places Deja Vu match from just your Waifu's trash, try and go in, they get hit with their ultimate, try and counter ultimate, it doesn't work, and we're back to square one with only 20 seconds left on the clock. This is looking a bit dire.
Yeah, this is just going to be, can they bring it? I mean, they do have the Reinhardt Earth Shatter, they do have the Ana Nana boost. It's all or nothing on these 2 ultimates right now. They just have to go in and see what they can get.
And Nana boosted Diva will be the implement of Toxic to try and push through. Jealous uses the tactical visor, but he just gets killed by clickable people on the Lucio. And this is looking, yeah, there not much to really say there. That is a clean defense, solid work. Just nothing flashy, nothing too insane, good timing on ultimates, good timing on when to move backwards and forwards, good use of Reinhardt shields, solid play all around there by Dream Meme.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to. They always just chose the better fight. Whenever your Waifu was trash, was just trying to charge into them, they would back up and allow, like, just put more distance so that way they could do more spam damage in. Because tanks require getting close to do a lot of damage, especially when you're running, like, Roadhog and Reinhardt. They can't do, like, sniper damage or anything like that, especially with Azaria as well. The beam only has a certain range. So that they just played it perfectly. You just back up, just do damage as they're trying to charge into you, and you can have them almost their shields entirely down. You can have some people at half-life before they even get a chance to initiate into the fight.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the time people were being grouped up so much via ultimates or just having to group up to get around shields or Diva matrices that they were being hit by either TWE or C's and grenades, and both teams were suffering from it. But I would say it was more on Waifu that was suffering from it because H2O wasn't able to heal up a lot in those fights because he was hit with that numbing grenade. Maybe we could see... Aha, okay. So I would literally took the words out of my mouth. Tobias Monk going back to the Symmetra match and that we saw earlier on, actually first match of today.
Yeah, and I still think it's a good call, especially for these hybrid style payload maps. It gives you a chance to really set defense. A big part of Symmetra is going to be trying, as we were talking about beforehand, is trying to get that shield generator down first. I know you can lean in and put down for the teleporter, but the teleporter requires you to admit the fact that you're going to lose a team fight. It's almost always better in this more organized style play to put down the shield generator and try to just aim to not die. I mean, naturally, not dying is always better than dying and having to use the teleporter to come back in, right?
Yeah, and it's that kind of decision that Tobias is going to have to make pretty quickly because he has to generate his ultimate while the inevitable push here by Dream Meme happens because they've shown they can push him pretty fast as they want to. Like this, they will literally push in 2 directions, although Barricode will go down. He'll be the ritual sacrifice as the rest of the team will flank. Tobias Funk went down to Sonic Snake. That's going to be no ultimate available, at least no ultimate charging available. Click will take out Crush Life. Good positioning here, fantastic positioning even by Dream Meme. They're going to try and look for some more picks if they can.
Yeah, I was really pleased with that. They saw the fact that the Symmetra was out of place. Immediately, their whole team charged in. Speaking of that, Zen just dove in on H2O again, and now we've got the Diva ultimate going out. This is just going to pick up the last couple.
Boom.
Yep. And now we just have the Symmetra that just came in from spawn with the Reinhardt. It's just going to be a matter of delays now. Can your Waifu's Trash delay long enough to get everybody back together?
The answer to that is a resounding no.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent time to put up. They're going to end up with a little bit more time to play with, but they're going to end up with a more aggressive style of time to play with. You can see the fact that the way that your Dreaming is playing, they're playing together and they're communicating well. Going after that Symmetra through the back entrance and realizing that she was out of place, that's so good on a team that's just gotten together like this. That means somebody's like, hey, we're going after the Symmetra, and everybody followed. It was very decisive, and everybody followed the call. So that's real kudos on them.
Yeah, and especially in this kind of, tournament format where you all group together. Although, speaking of grouping, speed boosting Lucio will allow Dream to try and get through. They get Graviton. Good use of the shield there to actually block the Reinhardt Earthshatter, but it doesn't matter when he can just hit you for 100 damage a swing. Dream Meme had just been put to sleep.
Well, you hear about all these ult synergies that are really strong, but sometimes it really just comes down to the Graviton Surge and a Reinhardt Hammer. I mean, when you get everybody clumped together like that, that's just vicious.
Like, there's nothing fancy you can do there to block 100 damage Reinhardt swinging away at you.
Yeah.
It sucks. They tried to group and they got punished for it by the Graviton.
Yeah, and you can see that they're trying to modify the strategy. They're trying to take a different approach, Vector, and now they're trying to counter with it. But H2O is blowing back with his ultimate, trying to push everybody away from him.
Good use of Transcendence, minimizing casualties. Only Crush Life will go down. Tobias Funk takes out C in the back line. That's pretty huge because there won't be a numbing grenade available to stop H2O from healing in these fights. So far, the fight fairly even. No! He hooked the Ana! He hooked the Ana! Critical mistake! Oh no! Matrim, it's a disaster. H2O hooked the Diva Bomb in. That is the exact opposite you want.
Yeah, no, there's nothing to say. That's a misplay. And what sucks is the fact that everybody actually got the cover, and so it just pulled it perfectly to net all of those kills. So there's the win right there. Yeah, and you can see in chat, H2O is like, oh, my fault, my bad, I apologize.
Yes. That loss is directly on H2O's head. Like, they were all in cover. I suppose he was looking for Diva before the ult went off. Or he was looking for a different target and the Hook decided, no, I'm just gonna blow you all up anyway. But, oh, that is a kick in the... Oh, I feel bad for him by proxy, and I'm watching this.
Yeah, I'm calling this right now. This is gonna be the swings of murder right here in this little hallway. Yeah, he may not have had the kill feed lead up, but there was a lot of swinging to happen with him right there. Yeah, he only got one of those kills, but look, he still got play of the game just from the total damage dealt.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I'm still so sad though. Like, okay, let's be real. Let's be real for a second. Dream Meme had like 5 minutes. They already had the cart super close. Sure did the Roadhog hook not help a lot? Yeah. That's what submitted that set of plays to be lost. But most likely there was enough time on the clock that they would have gotten there one way or the other. It's just a very entertaining way for the match to end, to say the least.
That's, when you always see on Reddit, you see those wonderful gifs of Reinhardt jumping midair. During the trajectory, they drop a shield down, they stop a Diva ultimate going off, saving the team, saving the push. That was the antithesis of that. Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those things like, okay guys, I'm kind of done playing Overwatch for the day. I'm going to go home, and I'm just going to, get away, turn off everything, and I think it's just time to go, watch Netflix or something and chill.
I go in the fetal position. I just stop, sobbing to myself quietly. That's a... Oh.
Yeah. It's okay. We know everybody's done it. Well, I wouldn't say everybody's done it, but most Roadhog players have done it at some point in time. I don't play enough Roadhog to say that I have done it before. I usually am the guy dropping the shield trying to save everybody. But I have been playing on a team before where I was the Reinhardt, and I had the shield up perfectly to block a Diva ult, and had a Roadhog grab it and pull it right behind me to murder me, so that was really fun.
And on that somber note of a team dying thanks to one hook, we're moving on to the next game of the day. We're going to have a short intermission while we wait for the teams coming in. It's going to be Megami versus Silver's Dream Meme. We'll be right back. This is Minutemen number 29.